Hello guys and welcome to another video. And in this video we are going to talk about a question that everybody who's thinking about moving to another country thinks about. So it is a very fundamental question, like once you move to another country, would you still miss your home country or the country that you are familiar with? And the answer for everyone is different. So it depends on how your life experience has been and what kind of a personality you have. If you are the kind of person who has a hard time moving on and who really misses their family and friends when they move out from the place they grew up at, then you might actually have a difficult time adjusting to the new country, new culture, and everything. But if you're a person who has successfully lived in another part of the country than you were born in, then probably you'll be all right. Again, it's a very personal question that you have to answer for yourself. But I'm here to talk about what are the five main things that I miss about my home country. So I am originally from India and I have been in Australia for 5 years, and I'm just gonna list out the five main things that I miss about India. So the first thing that I miss the most about India is obviously the whole festive environment and the different cultural festivities that we have there. And usually in the West, if you're living in a country that follows the Western culture, it's everything is geared towards the holiday season, which is Christmas, right? So everybody is eagerly waiting for holidays and Christmas, and that's the main festival, and that's the main holiday season. Whereas uh, in India, we have so many different religious festivals that fall in different parts of the calendar year, and you do get a different environment for each of those. So for example, here in the Western culture, you have like the Christmas sale or the holiday sale, which is usually around December. But in India, we have like you could have like a Holi celebration, the Hindu festival of Holi, and Diwali, which Holi is usually during the first half of the year, and Diwali around October or November. And then you also have these other religious festivals. For example, we have a huge Muslim population there, and the Muslim festival of Eid. So they celebrate Eid. So there could be a sale for Eid, or there could be a different environment that you get in the city or in the place where you live in. So that is something that I definitely miss about India. The next thing would be the availability of, you know, household help in general. So I used to live with my friends there. When I started working, I moved out of my parents' house and I started living with my friends, and we did have a cook, right? So it's very easy and cheap, and you know, it's very just simply everyone does it. So it's like everyone just gets help. People hires people to help them with their household chores. So we did have a cleaning lady, and we did have like a cook who used to come in and cook the food, and then go to another place and cook the food for them. And so that's how things work in India. So definitely you have like more time to yourself. You don't have to cook every day. You may want to cook whenever you want to do it for yourself, but you don't have to like do it every day. So that is definitely one of the things that I would say I miss. The next thing would be the availability of vegetarian food. Now, this one is a very personal thing to me because I am vegetarian. So, um, every if you like eating out, and if you go to a restaurant in India, invariably they will have a lot of options, a lot of vegetarian options. They might serve meat as well, but they will have probably, I would say, 40 to 50% of the menu would be comprised of vegetarian options. Um, you do also get veg only restaurants in India, but those are rare. It's not, it is common, but it's not that common. But yeah, you do have a lot of vegetarian options in all the restaurants. Whereas here in Australia, Even if you go to a, a place that is like that, they do advertise like vegetarian friendly, but you what you usually find is they have only one, two, or three, or very few items out of the collection of the different things on the menu, which are actually vegetarian. So that is something that I miss sometimes when I go out here. Though I've used to cooking more here, so that's all right for me. So the next thing that I miss about India is the ability to bargain for the prices. So if I'm not talking about the shopping malls, but if you were to go and do your shopping at a small, like a roadside, like a strip mall or like a small town, and you go to the individual mom and pop stores and all those things, retail stores, you can definitely negotiate for the best price, to for them to give you the best price. So whatever the price that they quote, they expect you to bargain on that and bring it down a bit. And then it's like it's a ritual. It's a ritual of shopping. Let's just say it's a ritual. So that is something that I definitely miss. The next thing I would say is what I miss about India is the availability of the tea, the Indian tea. There are a lot of cafes here in Australia, but the availability, the and you can find tea there as well. Even in McDonald's they have tea, but the the type of tea that they make here is very different than the type of tea that I was used to having back in India. So usually tea here means just the tea bag and the boiled water, basically, just so it doesn't contain any milk and sugar. Whereas if you talk about tea in India, it's always will have milk and sugar in it. So that is another thing that I miss about India. And so that's my five things that I miss about India. And I would definitely want to know what are your things that you miss about your home country. So if you are an immigrant or an expatriate living in another country, I would definitely love to know more about what you miss about your home country. So please comment below about what are the five things that you miss about your home country. And for thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.